Hi there and welcome to the Daily Arsenal News Show. Let's dive into today's top stories. Aaron Ramsdale will leave Arsenal this summer, with Newcastle amongst the interested clubs. Aaron Ramsdale is set to leave Arsenal this summer, with Newcastle interested in signing the England international. Ramsdale joined Arsenal in a surprise move from Sheffield United for a reported £24 million in 2021 and was Mikel Arteta's first choice goalkeeper before losing his place to summer signing David Raya this season. Newcastle are reportedly in the market for a new goalkeeper and have been without the injured Nick Pope, who has been sidelined since December with a shoulder problem. It's been a difficult season for the 25-year-old, and it appears unlikely he will become the Gunners' first choice keeper again, given Raya's loan move is set to become permanent this summer. The England international started Arsenal's first four Premier League games, but has only made 7 appearances in all competitions, and 2 of those came against Brentford, with Raya ineligible to play against his parent club. A lack of game time has led to constant speculation about Ramsdale's future, and Football Insider have reported that he will definitely leave the Emirates Stadium this summer. Eddie Howe's side are believed to be unlikely to pay in excess of £30 million for Ramsdale's services, with a report adding that a number of other Premier League clubs are monitoring the goalkeeper situation. Ramsdale has made 89 appearances for Arsenal in total and has kept 32 clean sheets. It remains to be seen what Arsenal's asking price will be for the former Sheffield United and Bournemouth goalkeeper, but it appears there won't be a shortage of suitors come the summer. It would seem unlikely Ramsdale will play for Arsenal again this season unless Raya gets injured, and if he departs this summer, he could have already played his last game for the club. Ramsdale could end his time at Arsenal by winning the Premier League or Champions League, with the Gunners still in, with a chance of winning both competitions. Kai Havertz says £12 million Arsenal player is one of the best he's ever played with. Jorginho's £12 million arrival to Arsenal in 2023 prompted criticism along the lines of being too slow or not mobile enough, as football.london reported at the time. As was the case with Havertz, the Italy international had to move up the gears, but now he is back at the levels which saw him help Chelsea to the Champions League and Italy to the Euro 2020 trophy. Havertz, speaking to the Arsenal media team ahead of the Gunners' Premier League trip to Brighton, spoke highly of Jorginho, deeming him one of the greatest in his possession. The Germany international also explained the connection he has with his teammates on the pitch and how he helped convince him of a move to the Emirates Stadium. He said, "We spoke before and played together at Chelsea, so I know him quite well and just asked him what it was like here. He said his honest opinion about everything and was already after 6 months at the club, complimentary of everyone, the coaches and the players, and that made my decision easier. Georgie is a player who I feel like he looks at me or I look at him, and we both know what is going to happen next. He is one of the best players I have played with because he knows my movements, I know his passing, and which ideas he has in his mind. In general, the whole football industry is only interested in goals and assists, but he is a player who is more on the other part of the pitch and not so much in the box. People speak more about the players who score, assist, and have goal contributions, but I think he is one of those players who is the mind behind all of us. He sets the tone on the pitch and gives the rhythm. I think he was third in the Ballon d'Or, so that shows everyone that he is one of the greatest in his possession." What Arsenal staff have noticed about Ben White at London Conley, it's left them stunned. Ben White has been in the headlines quite often throughout the 23-24 campaign. If people are not losing over the Arsenal number four's fantastic performances, they have been questioning his decision to reject Gareth Southgate's invitation to the England squad. It has certainly been an eventful season for the England international, one that could still end with a Premier League title and UEFA Champions League glory, although something has left Arsenal staff stunned at London Conley recently. So, what is the latest on Ben White? Let's take a look. Well, the Daily Mail have released a detailed feature on the defender, exploring his time at Leeds and Brighton before his £50 million move to Arsenal. Towards the end of the article, the focus became more on White's current efforts at Arsenal, where two interesting things were noted. Firstly, it was said that Arsenal staff believe the 26-year-old has become a lot more menacing lately. It was also said that White's threshold for pain has stunned Arsenal employees at London Conley. The Daily Mail explained how the man from Pule is currently playing with an injury that will potentially require an operation this summer. Nevertheless, White has battled through the pain to help Arsenal win silverware this season, which has left staff members at Arsenal amazed. The versatile defender has amassed a whopping 42 appearances with the Brighton game in all competitions so far this season and has only been absent for the 3-1 win over Burnley back in November. Arsenal will, of course, be wary of White doing further damage to his knee, although, in terms of commitment levels, Mikel Arteta will be absolutely delighted with his £50 million man. It would be easy for the Englishman to rule himself out of action and let the likes of Takahiro Tomiyasu or Cedric Soares cover for him at right back while he sorts his troublesome knee problem. However, White has no intention of letting anybody take his place, nor does he want to let Arsenal down at a crucial time of the season. Arsenal now ready to offer £99,000 a week contract to forward who plays like Dennis Bergkamp. According to Gianluca Di Marzio, Arsenal are now ready to offer Bologna number 9 Joshua Zirkzee a contract. The Dutchman has been a standout player in Serie A so far this season, helping Bologna sit fourth in Italy's top flight and on the verge of UEFA Champions League qualification after scoring 10 goals in 28 league appearances. Zirkzee has also provided for assists. Now, Arsenal are ready to make the 22-year-old an offer. Di Marzio believes the Gunners are set to put a deal worth €6 million a year on the table, which equates to €100,000 a week. Zirkzee, who has been compared to Dennis Bergkamp, will not be easy to sign. However, Arsenal will have to fend off some European giants to sign Zirkzee this summer. Di Marzio adds that Juventus are very keen to sign the Netherlands under 21 international this summer, while AC Milan are also considering a move for his signature. Furthermore, Bayern Munich have a €40 million buyback clause after selling Zirkzee to Bologna back in 2022, so the German giant are another side to be wary of. Hopefully, Arsenal can get this deal done. Fabrizio Romano believes Bologna would do well to keep their talisman this summer. An attacking trio of Gabriel Martinelli, Zirkzee and Bukayo Saka will cause chaos for opposition defenders, to say the least, and potentially make Arsenal even more dangerous in front of goal. Be sure to keep an eye on the situation, as anything could happen this summer. Fabrizio Romano suggests Arsenal will hold talks about signing £85 million player today. Fabrizio Romano has now hinted that Arsenal will be holding talks about a big money transfer today. The Gunners are expected to have money to spend in the market this summer after deciding against making a signing in the January window. Arsenal are likely to sign a striker who can impact the starting 11 immediately after quiet seasons from both Gabriel Jesus and Edin Ketia. A story from Football Transfers recently claimed that Sporting number 9 Victor Gyökeres is Arsenal's number one target this summer, and Fabrizio Romano has now shared an interesting development about the Swedish striker. Well, the reliable Italian journalist claimed earlier on Saturday that Hassan, the Swedish agent, will be in attendance as a Sporting take on Benfica and Lisbon, where a round of meetings will take place with those keen to sign the prolific frontman. Gyökeres has remarkably scored 36 goals in just 41 appearances this season, while also incredibly providing 15 assists as well. Romano did not name Arsenal, although the volume of reports which state the Gunners are keen to sign the Sporting talisman would strongly suggest Edu will be involved in these meetings with Hassan. The Italian posted Victor Gyökeres' agent Hassan expected to be present at Sporting Benfica game in Lisbon. Understand round of meetings set to take place with interested clubs for the striker with 51 goal contribution this season. Talks will be around £85 million price tag to make deal happen. As confirmed by Sporting at the time of the 25-year-old's arrival in Lisbon, that £85 million figure is actually a release clause. If Arsenal do manage to sign a Gyökeres, we would expect Nketiah to depart. The England international is not short of admirers, with the Crystal Palace and Leicester City both keen to sign him this summer. Nketiah has made just 10 Premier League starts this season, most of which came at the start of the season, and does now appear to be surplus to requirements at Arsenal, especially if Gyökeres arrives at the Emirates Stadium. Mikel Arteta is a big fan of €60 million rated international ace. With a handful of games to go until the end of the current Premier League season, Mikel Arteta can be proud of the fact that his Arsenal side are genuinely in the title race. This time last season, the Gunners were wobbling under the pressure, but that experience seems to have held them in good stead for what was to come in what's turning out to be an epic campaign. The signing of Declan Rice has proven to be inspired, as has bringing Kai Havertz across the capital. Just like countryman Timo Werner, Havertz flopped at Stamford Bridge, but he's looked like an entirely different player under the guidance of the Spaniard. Indeed, every Arsenal player has a swagger about them at present, and if they don't land the title this season, there appears to be a genuine belief that it's only a matter of time before they do. Liverpool may struggle after this season, as Jurgen Klopp's replacement may take time to get his ideas across, while Man City, though expected to be there or thereabouts, might find next season a bridge too far, particularly if they win a record fourth consecutive title in 23-24. The Gunners have a brilliant squad already, but if they can add players to it to improve it, they will. One such a player would be Real Sociedad's Martin Zubimendi. It's clear that any deal to land Zubimendi isn't going to be straightforward. However, both he and Arteta were born in Donostia, San Sebastian, and that could tip the balance in terms of a move if the player finally accepts that he will play elsewhere. That trump card, as well as Arteta's man management and brilliant way of understanding football, will certainly be a persuasive argument, and if ultimately Zubimendi decides to stay put, there is a strong likelihood that he will then see out his entire career at Sociedad. Arsenal and Chelsea looking to raid La Liga giants for 19-year-old prodigy. Arsenal and Chelsea have been linked with a move for the Barcelona defender Mikhail Faye. According to a report from Tutto Juve, Chelsea and Arsenal will compete with Juventus for the 19-year-old defender, and they are showing strong interest in securing his services. The talented young defender is highly rated across Europe, and he has a big future ahead of him. He could develop into an important first-team player for Arsenal with the right guidance in the future. It will be interesting to see if Arsenal can beat the competition from the other European clubs and secure his signature. Don't forget that Arsenal have many players that can operate at left back. Barcelona might not want to sell a prized young prospect like him anytime soon, but they are under financial duress and therefore they could be forced to cash in on the player if there is a lucrative proposal on the table. It will be interesting to see how the situation develops over the next few weeks. I will be uploading daily Arsenal news, so keep your eyes on the channel and don't forget to like and subscribe. I appreciate your support. Peace out.